When we think of a prison, we imagine a complex of grey buildings surrounded by a high barbed wire fence and filled with inmates. But things are different at the most luxurious prison in the world. Inmates do not wear uniforms, but they can make friends with the guards. They are also legally allowed to play PlayStation games in their cells in their free time. Discover more in this episode today. I will show you how prisoners spend their time in the most luxurious prisons in the world. The Norwegian judicial system. Prisons more like hotels and spas. The Norwegian judicial system is world-renowned for its prisons, which resemble hotels and spas more than detention facilities. Halden Prison is the leader in this field, often referred to as the most luxurious prison in the world. In addition, most experts believe that Halden Prison is the most humane prison on the planet. Halden Prison. A luxurious and humane incarceration. While some prisons, such as Guantanamo Bay, Black Dolphin Prison, Santa Prison, and the New York City Temporary Detention Center, are criticized for their excessive cruelty and terrible routines towards inmates, Halden Prison is criticized for being too lenient in its treatment of inmates. There are no barbed wire fences, no guard towers, and not even prison uniforms. Inmates wear whatever they want. Even the guards are not armed, as the administration believes that weapons create an unnecessary atmosphere of intimidation. The relationship between the inmates and the guards is friendly. The prison itself has a full recording studio, cooking classes, artwork by famous artists, and even a separate house for overnight stays for visitors who come to visit. We can't even call these cells. There are no bars on the windows, and instead of hard benches, there are comfortable beds and stylish furniture, in addition to refrigerators, televisions, and other amenities. Inmates can play games or go out onto their balconies, which, by the way, are not owned by each inmate individually, but by several other inmates. A glimpse into life at Halden Prison. Overall, everything in this prison is humane. The only reminder that this is a prison is that its walls are 6 meters high around the perimeter, but they are covered by a forest of trees. The surprising thing is that Halden Prison does not only house petty criminals, but also some of the worst murderers and other criminals who have committed the most horrific things in the world. The philosophy behind Halden Prison. But is it possible to keep murderers in such conditions? Even many of us have apartments that look worse than the cells in this prison. According to the administration, this is the crux of Halden Prison. They are not deprived of their rights, but they are given a chance to look at the world with different eyes. Bastøy Prison. Another Norwegian paradise. Scenes of people sunbathing, beautiful views of the mountains and the sea. What is this? A resort? No, it's just another Norwegian prison. Bastøy Prison is located on Bastøy Island in a strait not far from the capital. It is one of the most humane and luxurious prisons on the planet, and the first eco-prison in the world, which is supposed to develop a sense of responsibility towards the environment among inmates. A prison with freedom of movement and eco-consciousness. There are almost no guards in this prison. There is only one superintendent for every 20 inmates. Inmates have the right to freedom of movement. In their free time, they can get some sun in the summer or go skiing in the winter, where they go to Courchevel and the Maldives. Inmates spend their time caring for animals on the farm and growing vegetables. Some inmates work in the workshop repairing bicycles. They play sports, sunbathe on the coast, fish. In short, they do all the things that you and I can do. No wonder the inmates don't call Bastøy a prison but a summer camp. It is one of the most stunning prisons on the planet. The Norwegian prison system is known for its focus on rehabilitation and reintegration rather than punishment. This is reflected in the humane conditions and facilities provided to inmates, as well as the emphasis on education and vocational training. As a result, Norway has one of the lowest recidivism rates in the world.